Thank you, listeners, for joining us here at KCIW 100.7, one of our favorite hidden gems in Brookings, Oregon. A way to connect with community, local productions, and, believe it or not, reach people all over the world. Through radio and podcast, it is a great way to get up-to-the-minute information and great advice. And here on the Quality Living Show with Peaceful Support, I am Amanda Whittemore. You can find me at the Reps Gym, amongst many other places here in Brookings, Oregon. And if you want to participate, please do call in 541-661-4098, and you can always email us contact@kciw.org. Another great way to support the radio station is to provide donations, because we are always needing to update the technological equipment to give you the best listening experience possible. And with that, we bring in different guests from many locations in the world. Today, we are super lucky to have Horacio Roa here with us now. Hi, Horacio.
Hello, Amanda.
It is good to hear your voice.
Thank you.
Yes, Horacio is a holistic health coach amongst many, many other talents. He's a father. He has his own practice for many years. And we've had Horacio on the show before. I encourage the listeners to go to online at kciw.org to Quality Living with Peaceful Support and find our past episodes, and you can hear more. However, today, let's talk about geometric yoga and about your new book that's coming out.
Thank you, Amanda. Well, that is a work I started when I was 22. I am 63 right now, and I started with yoga when I was 15. The experience, the conclusion is to release experience and information about how yoga can be targeted in different directions and can be used in different ways. Then people have different ideas or pictures about what is yoga, but my geometric yoga is more Western and practical practice to understand how much the body is integrated. Then remember the last class. Remember the last class I did yesterday. I mentioned how much the different movements in the body, more options and more ways we can move the body, we affect our brain. In these days, we are having a lot of mental illness, like Alzheimer or dementia, or even strokes. The body is very connected with the brain, and the brain is the captain through the spinal cord. Then the spinal cord is a shield protect the medulla, which is the main core of nerves going to the organs. But that is not all, that is only the physical part. Then the brain and the medulla is electricity. More we move in different directions, more we activate different part of the brain. And if we don't move, we only use a part of the brain.
Mm-hmm.
Many mental illness, they're in connection with atrophia, or if you don't use it, you lose it.
That's true.
and that is a law in the body. Then geometric yoga tried to become a remedy, become a self-healing method where people can use this tool for, in this case, it's only, I give example about how we can stimulate different neurons and to create new change, new connections, awake different parts of the brain. And that is very useful for the daily life, because what we get with the practice, which is very simple actually, is more attention, more memory, more perception, to increase the capacity to create concept. And something is very important for me is not to get obsessed with situation emotionally and psychologically. We get obsessed when we don't have choices. Obsession is when you have only one choice, and that is because you always use the same part of the brain.
Oh.
Then to understand the brain have millions and millions and millions and infinite possibilities like the sky and the stars. And we can explore inside to us like we can explore the space and go to other planets. Inside to us, these infinite possibilities, they are the same.
Mm-hmm. That's very true. And I'm looking at your website right now, holisticeye.com. It's for our listeners, HOLISTICEYE, holisticeye.com. And it's showing us how you can incorporate with individualized natural programs or courses and private retreats for people who are listening can actually contact you and reach you so that they can receive this information and practice with support.
The geometric yoga actually is a tool for my own self-healing and my own self-care. I believe healers, doctors, and health practitioners, they need to be healthy, look healthy, and be what they preach.
Mm-hmm.
Then I am CMT and also a chemist and dietary technician from Argentina. I did these studies in Buenos Aires, but my strength is jiatsu and massage therapies where I can put hands on. Many people, they cannot do yoga. They need somebody move them and try to tune up them until they can start to doing for own self. In my practice, I actually using massage therapies, I can do what I described before to tune up and reconnect people.
Beautiful. And they can connect with you via phone number or website. Which is your preferred way of communicating?
Phone number is the best because also I do phone consultations. There are many different situations. Actually, we can fix it with the right ideas.
Right.
Then in my practice, when I do a massage therapy, inflammation is one of the biggest issues today. Arthritis and different kind of inflammations, which is people confuse with accidents in the past or with wrong movements or confused with injuries in the joints. But surprise, many of the pain people they carry on actually is coming from a lifestyle. Then inflammation coming from the food you eat and from stress, which is the way how you think and the way how you feel. Then in my practice, self can make sick the body, and the body can really hurt ourselves. Then if we don't integrate ourselves in the problem we have, in the pain we're suffering, if we don't see illness from another point of view, which is illness coming of pain and loss and sorrow and frustration and negativity, is a red flag. Try to teach you, try to warning you. Then in my work is a lot of work of education, where I try to help my clients to understand the pain, to understand the frustration, to understand the task. Then illness is not like you need to fix something in your house, like a plumbing or electricity cables. In illness, if you don't understand the responsibility you have on your pain, the pain going to be there until you're growing up. And this is one of the ideas, or one of the tools I share with my clients. Illness and pain, they're designed for you growing up, you growing old, and you can use your illness for become more mature, for regenerate your cells, for understand what is the cause of your pain.
Right, and to educate the self and take and own the responsibility of doing the work ourselves, instead of always having to point it, saying it this, like you were saying, one reason or another it's happening, or saying it's the doctor's fault, or this reason or that reason, the medication didn't work or something, because you have all the warning signs. It's just the person needs to take responsibility.
Well, pain is very practical. Then when it hurts too much, you can take painkillers, but it's easy to understand you numb the pain and not the cause of the pain. Then in my practice, when I do my massage therapies, also I educate people, because it's not the case you can fixing all the time the same thing, and you put the bones in place and you adjust the muscle, but you don't work on the cause. Then by conscious, I fix the symptom, but also I share my personal experience about the cause of the problem. Then if you have a lower back pain for the last 20 years, you need to questioning what you eat. You need to understand, if you are sitting for long hours, that's going to produce consequence. If you are overweight, your bones cannot hold in your weight. Then if you want to fix your knees or your hips, yes, you can do a hip replacement. You can do a knees replacement, but how many times you can do the replacement if you don't fix the cause of the replacement? You don't fix the cause of the arthritis, and the inflammation was actually how you lost your knee and your hips. Then there are different ways to treat illness and different ways to see it. Then if you only want to numb the pain, well, you have very good opiums and fentanyl and different drugs, and you can numb your pain, but if you numb your pain, also you're going to numb your brain.
Right. We should make a T-shirt that says that. Where can people find geometric yoga, or how can they learn about it? Because I know they can find me at Reps Gym because I teach geometric yoga and other styles, but mostly the students come in, or the members, and they say, Amanda, what is geometric yoga? I can't find it anywhere on the internet.
Well, it's in my website, I think. I'm not sure, but we used to have actually one particular website with geometric yoga. I don't know if it's on, but I will put it on if it's not.
Okay.
And also always people can contact me, and I do full protocols, which include geometric yoga, and I do it online. We can use the technology, and I can see my clients, and they can see me, and I can teach online. And also they can come to my place and have a retreat for 3, 4, or 6 days, where it's not only yoga, it's also foods. Then for me, the food you eat is very crucial, and it's very crucial for my own self. You cannot to doing yoga and eating something don't create good blood and don't create good cells. Then the conscious of the food you eat, and also the conscious of your mind control. Then if you cannot control your mind, and if you cannot control your emotions, and you're screaming hysterical all day long, and negativity is what rule in your life, you cannot pretend to be healthy, and doesn't matter how much yoga you do.
It's very true. The yoga of eating is so important.
Well, here we need to be honest. If you don't love yourself, and you don't have, or you don't improve the relationship with your emotions, and you don't understand happiness is your responsibility, it's not the responsibility of your wife or your husband or your boss or how much money you have. We have the responsibility to be happy, doesn't matter what, because otherwise we're wasting our time. Then life is only one, and if we are not present today and understand I need to become the own source of happiness, which is health. Happiness and health, they are the same. They are in the same dimension. We don't going to be healthy because we blame something else all the time, and we don't understand if I don't change myself and to see the positive part in me, and is what's going on around to me now. And always I am depressed and complaining, and nothing is enough. My money is not enough. My wife, my husband, they are not enough. My house, my car, everything I have is not enough. And always I am negative. Well, you harvest what you planting, right?
Correct, with the thoughts and the words that we say.
Well, here is a case where each of us, we have a responsibility to be happy now. Then if you are on pain and you are sick, I don't think so drugs can fix that. I invite the people listening right now to change things. Then there are very simple things you can do for a start. to become more happy with yourself. And that is the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
To remember yourself and start to do things show you love yourself. But if you do things show all the time you hate yourself, if you are all day sitting in front of to the TV or the computer or your cell phone, angry because life don't give you what you deserve under your perspective, that's what you're going to get every day, and that includes all the different illness. Then illness is actually a consequence of lack of discipline, and discipline is actually the medicine for
Mm-hmm.
illness. But illness is coming to tell you are doing something wrong.
That's logical.
Then if you don't accept that and you're trying to numb your wrong deeds, you never growing up. You can have 80 and you're still blaming people for your bad fortune, but the reality is you don't want to growing up and accept what you need to do for being happy.
Taking the action. And what action would, with the discipline, and if listeners wanted to do something like today, like how would you direct them? I would direct them to call you at I would even say the number is 530-790-5167, and call Horacio and ask advice if you want it. It's just a suggestion, but I would say if somebody's in the mind thinking, okay, yes, I'm hearing this show and I feel like doing something about it, how would you advise or suggest people do something about it?
When we don't feeling well and we are on pain and we feel sick, my advice is the first thing you need to question in is the food you eat. Then if you don't have energy, if you cannot to get up in the morning, if the body is achy all the time, if you cannot to sleep, if you cannot to poop, even if you have cancer or you have many different illness, the first things you need to question is your food. You need to looking for help and ask why I feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they call me, I'm going to ask, well, tell me what you eat yesterday all day long.
Uh-huh.
We have different blood types. We have different personal experience. We have different goals, different needs. But if you eat bad and you don't have nutrients in your diet, you cannot expect to have sex energy, to be vital, to want to go to run in the morning and live without pain. Then if you do too much inflammatory food, and if you don't sleep and you don't poop and you're full of tensions and you never go to get a massage or do yoga class or fasting even to stop to eat, it's very cheap.
It's true.
Then natural medicine have a really inexpensive remedies. That's why the competition want to, they don't like us because you cannot make money with fasting.
It's very true.
And you cannot make money drinking dandelion because you can find dandelion in your backyard.
Right. Yeah. They tell you to
Then
chop it up and throw it away.
you cannot make money and stop fruit and stop sugar and start to do more salt and take the sunlight. There's no money there. See?
Right.
It's then, but that is how you can recognize a good practitioner, because follow the money and you will see the truth.
Right. You take the money away and you live happily.
Well, but money and how much money is in the activity tell you a lot about the activity, right?
It does.
Then that's why we need to really be careful, because when fear, when somebody make us fearful, when somebody threat us, when somebody tell it's no cure, I don't going to be your friend Amanda if you threat me.
Right.
And I don't want to have a friendship with you if you tell me no, you don't have any chances, right? Then
Yeah.
hope and face and work on yourself and try to fix the problem. Don't cost any money. What costs you is give up your fears, to be confident, to look around to you. You can call God or the universe, but it's a lot of energy around.
Mm-hmm.
Then take responsibility again. Like say, well, I did this mess. I need to fix this mess.
Okay, good. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, we have 1 minute to go.
Well, the advice I have is the sunlight. Personally, I verify the sunlight is very beneficial. And if the sunlight hurt your skin, it's not the sun, it's the amount of sugar and fruit you do. Then the bad food you eat is going to react with the sunlight. And then meditation. Try to meditation is actually to be connected with yourself. That is what meditation is.
That is perfect. And we very much thank you, Horacio Roa, for giving your advice. And thank you, listeners. And I will have them have your information available at holisticeye.com. And thank you, Horacio. We'll talk with you many more times here on Quality Living with Peaceful Support.
Thank you very much.